Hey, thanks for tuning in again. Coming back at you with some more Excel video training. This time we're going to use a handy little function called goal seek, and it's a situation where, let's say you have a number you know you want to get to, and you understand a couple other variables. But rather than trial and error, keep entering a number until you get close. You want to be able to just do it with a couple of keystrokes. So here's a way to do it. I'm going to show you two examples, one very simple and then one maybe more real world. So simply put, let's say let's say you have a savings goal for the year, and you know that you would divide that by 12, and that would give you the number of months. But let's say you just didn't. Let's say you had an odd number that you wanted to come up with for whatever reason, and you wanted to see how much you would have to put away each month to do it. So what you would do is you go to this cell right here. You go to the cell where you want the total number to be, and then you go up to data, and then over here to what if analysis, goal seek, and then we know that this cell wants to be, let's say you wanted it to be 11,250, and then you would change this, and then by changing the number in this cell, because this cell times 12 is going to give you that number, and then you hit OK, and it calculates a number for you with a couple of keystrokes. Now let's say there's a more real world example where you have a situation where you're doing an estimate, and you know that you have you have a group of people, and that the number of hours that they would put in and each person underneath them is going to be typically proportionate or about the same amount. So you know that for every 12 hours your principal spends on a project, a researcher is going to spend 60, and a designer 50, 14, and so on down the line, and you've kind of calculated that number in this column here. So this times this will give you this number of hours, and then the number of hours times the hourly rate will give you the total, and then you want to work to this number here. So let's say you have a budget for a project of $10,000, and then you can say, okay, well, based on that, then the principal can spend X number of hours, and everybody else on down the line. So you put your cursor here, you go to what if analysis, goal seek, and we want that amount to be $10,000, and we're going to change that cell right there and hit OK, and it calculates the number of hours. Now you can round it, and then this number would obviously change, and there's nothing to say that you can't change this number at that point to say 34, and then you would have an extra $30. But if you went to 33, it's going to be less. So but in any case, that's how to use the goal seek feature. It can get you close, it can get you right to the number that you want. It can it's helpful in a situation where you have a lot of different variables, and you can change one number. You know how to change one number and then shift the numbers around. So comes in handy from time to time, something good to know. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. If you have a comment, stuff that you'd like to see, please let us know that as well in the comments. And thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.